believe that I drew this fish using my hand as a guide? Join me now to figure out how. Hi and welcome back to Art in a Bubble, everybody. This week we're going to be doing drawings using our hand as a guide. For this lesson you'll need some paper, a pencil, your hand, and some felts or pencils or paints to do some colouring in. The first thing I'm going to do is teach you how to draw this cool fish. You're going to get your pencil and draw around the outside of your hand. Include all the shape of your fingers in there. Take your thumb in nicely and draw right round your fingers. And you'll be left with a shape a little bit like that, though everybody's hand's different, so your fish will look a little bit different to mine. So this is the shape of the fish's body. And to finish off, I want you just to draw a little bump around here and then connect around to the other side of your hand, and that's the fish's body. This is going to be its nose, so that's why we did a little bump here, and that is the rest of its body going that way. Then I want you to give your fish a lovely smiley face, so we're going to draw a smile on here, and we're also going to put an eye for our fish, so a round circle for the eye, and let's give him or her an eyeball and colour that in. Now we're going to start giving our fish some stripes and some fins. So the first stripe we do is around the fish's face, and the first fin we do is off this stripe, and we're just going to give a little bit of a fin like that. I've just drawn it around a couple of bumps and linked it back up to that stripe again. Now we're going to give our fish a top fin, and that comes along here, and then again like this fin we're just going to give it some nice little round circles, and we're going to connect it along down the back there. So we don't have to be super fussy about how we do that, just a few circles and around and connect it again. Now we're going to give our fish a back fin, and that fin is similar in shape to these ones. It comes out the back, a few half circles, and then connects back into the back of the body, starting and finishing here. Now we're going to give our fish a few more squiggly stripes, and it doesn't matter exactly where you put these, but they connect from one side of the body to the other. And if you want to give your fish a bit of a round kind of feel, then you can move slowly out and then in again, and see how I've curved that around slightly, and that just makes it feel like a round object. Oops. Always good to start in pencil and then go over in the end with your permanent colours. Then I can just use my rubber here, fix that up. Here we go. Now those fins that we've just drawn, 1, 2 and 3, we're going to add a few lines there that are just going to give our drawing character. So I'm going to put 3 lines here, and again they don't have to be fully straight, they can have a little bit of a curve, and then I'm going to put some more lines along here and some ones out the back. Now it's time to add some colour. So you can decide what colours you want your fish to be. What looks effective is to have the fins, the 3 fins, one colour, and then you can do a mixture of colours for the body, or you can do different colour stripes. So I'm going to start off with colouring in a blue fin. You can see here is our finished fish. Now I went over my fish after I coloured it in. I went over the outline with some pen. This is quite a tricky thing to do. You don't have to do it, but if you want to give your fish some extra impact, then use either the same colour as what you've drawn in a darker, like a pen, like a felt pen, or you can go around the whole thing in a black marker pen. I've done a combination of the two to show you. And then at the end, because I did that, I've just gone around and cleaned up some of the pencil markings, just to give it a bit of a neater look. And then if I've managed to lose a bit of colour, I can then go in and just tidy up those areas. And there we have it, our fish made out of our handprint. How cool is that? Well, that was good fun. Let's try another one. Let's see, I'm not going to tell you this time what I'm drawing, and let's see if you can guess. Here's the first step. I've got my paper long ways. I'm getting my hand and I'm bending it around and I'm making a noise. Quack, 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 quack. Let's start. So draw around this shape. What do you think this might be? Let's try another clue. So we start at the top here and we draw down just over halfway and then around here. Any ideas yet? How about if I draw a bit of a squiggly line from here to here? And a little black dot. Looks a little bit like a beak. How about we give it an eye? We'll do a round circle here. And an eyeball. Some cute lashes. And maybe a few underneath too. Goosey, goosey gander. And here we have our goosey, goosey gander. You see again, I've gone around the outline and pen. That's the hardest part. You don't have to do that, but if you want to give yourself a little bit of an extension activity, you can try going around and pen and then rubbing it out, rubbing out the pencil. I love butterflies, and we're going to have a go at doing a butterfly this time. We're going to have our paper long ways again. Call this portrait when you have your paper long ways, and when you have it sideways like that, it's called landscape. So we'll start with portrait, and I want you to think roughly where is the halfway mark in my piece of paper. And you're going to put your hand on that halfway mark like that. And then you're going to draw around it. Fingers together. Fingers don't need to be apart this time. We're not going right down, so just fingers together. And you'll see I've done it on a sideways angle like that, diagonally. That means that we have room for me to do another hand right beside it on another angle, another diagonal angle facing out towards the corner. There we go. So we've got a hand this way and a hand that way. And we're just going to get rid of that bit in the middle. And that makes one part of our butterfly wing. So now we're going to turn around again, and we've still got that little mark that we did around halfway into our paper, and we're going to put our hand out again towards the corner of the piece of paper, fingers closed, and away we go again around our hand. Here we go, and you guessed it, again with our finger pointing, or our hand, sorry, pointing towards the other corner. Drawing around it, and there we go. And just get rid of any lines that have overlapped like that. And that is the wings of what's going to be our butterfly. Now we're going to give our butterfly a head and a body. So round circle for the head, and then do you remember what the body of the butterfly looks like? We're going to draw it like that, linking the top of the wing down to the bottom in a semicircle, and then back up the other side. If you're not happy, get your rubber out, you can tidy it up. You can start again. Another hint is, if you are still learning to draw, you can always just press quite lightly with your pencil. It's easier to rub out then. I've gone a bit heavy with mine. But the lighter you press, the easier it is to rub out. There we go. Now we want our butterfly to have a face. It's a friendly looking butterfly, so we'll give him some nice round eyes. And then the bits in the middle, those pupils. And if you want to colour those a colour, don't colour them in like I have with pencil, just leave them without colour in the middle. But I've made mine black. And a nice big smile. He's coming to life already, isn't he? Here we go. Then we want to give our butterfly some antennae. So draw a line and around, and then another one, a line and around. Looking pretty cute. Then we can do some cool little things to the body. We can draw some lines. Do you remember like we did with our fish? Having them go slightly down and up, down and back up. And this gives the body a bit more of a feeling like it's a round body. So you start up here, go down a little bit, and then back up a little bit. Almost like a half circle. There he goes. To make our butterfly look a little bit more interesting and patterned, we're now going to follow along these lines that we've already drawn, but we're going to go in a little bit. So we can go like this and copy that shape, but just in a little bit. Again, it doesn't matter if it's not perfect, just get the rough idea of that shape, and then do it again on this side. So you're looking at the shape of the wing and then you're copying it down a little bit. Cool. And the next thing we're going to do is in this bit here, between the two layers, we're going to put some little round circles. You can put them wherever you like. I'm just putting mine on the bit that comes out like that. But you could cover the whole lot with circles if you want. And then these can be coloured in. And then it's time to colour in. So here is my butterfly, and I have done pencil and I've done felt around the outline, and I used my supermarket paints from Countdown when I got my groceries, and I painted on the inside. Just waiting for that to dry now so that I can do a little bit more outlining where I've got my pencil. Remember, if you want to take your artwork just that next level, you can start outlining. We call this mixed media. Mixed media is when we use more than one type of product to make an artwork. So because we've got pencil, paint, felt, this is a mixed media butterfly. So now I'm just going to finish my butterfly off by getting my black pen and going around the outline. Just makes it look a little bit more dramatic. If you don't want to do that, that's fine. If you're happy with yours just how it is. Go. Art using our hand. Amazing. We can use our hand to do the shape of butterfly wings. And if you remember, we had our goosey gander. Here she goes. And our fish. This fish for some reason reminds me of Finding Nemo. I'd really love it if you would have a go at doing some art using the outline of your hand, and I'd love it if you would share your drawings with me. If you're from Mirren School, you can share them on Seesaw, or you can email me belinda@cullen-reid@mirren.school.nz. If you aren't from Mirren School, I would love to hear from you on our Art in a Bubble Facebook page, or you can email me on artinabubble.nz@gmail.com. Love to hear from you. See you next time. Keep drawing.